the second lecture of the calligraphy course, Wansui Withered Vine. Hello, classmate. I am the main teacher of the calligraphy course, Jiangsu. Welcome to the second lecture on the strokes of Kai-script. The Yong character 8-stroke method, which are included in the character Yong. 8 basic strokes. Dot, horizontal, vertical, left, right, hook, fold, lift. Last class, we learned 3 kinds of dot strokes. Today, we will learn 3 kinds of horizontal strokes. 3 vertical strokes. Now let's start to write horizontal. Long horizontal, short horizontal are 3 basic horizontal strokes. Let's start with the long horizontal stroke. When we are practicing, we can use the center line of the rice character grid as an auxiliary line to help you write the horizontal stroke. Well, the starting position of us start from the horizontal line. Pay attention to the direction. Cut or press downwards. Don't press too hard or too much, and don't press too hard. After pressing down, the brush will have a reaction force at this time. Use this force to push it to the right. And pay attention to the thin stroke. The middle is thin. The head and tail are both heavy. Start to press the brush down again. We said, when we finish writing, like a dot. Like a dot, the right point's end should be slowly drawn to the lower, right? Back. Let's observe the shape of this long horizontal stroke. There is a downward cut at the start, and the end has a downward cut angle. The head and tail are both relatively strong. Compared to the head, the tail is stronger. Don't make it top heavy. The middle part is slightly thinner, but not too obvious. Let the stroke change, its thickness during writing. The thickness changes naturally. Let me write it again. Please pay attention to it. Hold the pen upright and press it down. Push the pen tip to the right. Lift the pen slightly to thin. Press down in the second half. Increase the force. This process is writing while up and down to do the lift and press. To make the stroke thickness change naturally. The same goes for the end. When learning, when practicing, you must slow down when practicing stroke writing. Our general horizontal stroke will have a left low and right high diagonal tilt. Please pay attention. Kai-script strokes all have a basic diagonal. Below is a short horizontal stroke. Compared to long horizontal, the short horizontal stroke is shorter. It's easy. After shortening it, the thin waist in the middle is no longer needed. The stroke looks thicker and stronger. Press it down. Be sure to pay attention to the process of writing. The stroke should not be skewed. The brush should always be held straight. There are movements at the start, but the movements should be small to make the upper and lower lines smooth. Let's talk about the third type, sharp horizontal. The direction of the starting point of the sharp horizontal stroke, not like the previous to horizontal strokes, but start writing directly to the right. After slowly pressing it to the right, the brush tip is pressed down, but be careful not to press too hard. After the start of the stroke, you can push it to the right. To close, then the head, because its direction is relatively flat, so there will be a pointed angle at the head. Then write it down naturally. The start of the sharp horizontal stroke and more direct. It is more consistent with the direction of the stroke. Notice that although the stroke is sharp, but it shouldn't look too thin or weak, and look weak and powerless. A wrong horizontal stroke looks like this. Okay, This one looks too thin and pointed. Pay attention to the strength of the head. The first character, the two horizontal strokes in Eju Chenggong are short. The strokes are strong. The first horizontal is short. The position of the second horizontal stroke. First, the distance between the two horizontal strokes, and not too close. If they are too close, the character will look too flat. The second stroke is slightly longer. Push the pen, tip to the right. Its length is not particularly long. Therefore, we don't need to make a thin waist in the middle. Making the two strokes look very solid. Because this character has only two strokes, so we need to write these two strokes thicker.
We can write a sharp horizontal stroke for the first stroke.
Also called left shoulder horizontal.
Enter the pen lightly and push it right. Notice that the horizontal strokes should have a rightward tilt.
The slope should not be too large. Basically, we should keep the principle of horizontal and vertical. Then adding a little tilt can make the character look more handsome. The second horizontal stroke.
And the last horizontal stroke is long.
The last horizontal stroke. After writing the last stroke, we can check whether the distance between the three horizontal lines,
Whether the directions of three horizontal lines,
the last horizontal,
whether the thickness changes are written out.
if all these are done, the three-character phrase will be written beautifully.
Next, we will learn three kinds of vertical strokes.
The first is the needle, the starting point of the vertical stroke. Press the pen to the right.
Hold the pen's tip at this time.
Change the direction and write down. During the stroke process, the stroke should be natural and don't suddenly become thin. The end of the needle-like vertical stroke. The stroke ends at the center line of the stroke. We draw a center line through this character and divide it in half. So the position of the stroke end should be on this central line. Let's write it again. Pengyan. Pay attention to change the force and push down.
Okay.
Slowly close it.
You can speed up a little bit when you finish. The needle-like vertical stroke.
Then, slightly heavier in the middle part to make the belly look fuller and more plump. The starting point of the vertical stroke is the same.
It should be upright and powerful in the process.
And keep the force even.
The way to finish the stroke is similar to the left dot.
Left down up. Down up. The meaning of the vertical stroke is that the final stroke looks like a dew drop hanging under a tree stick. And down. The left stroke goes left, but with a small amplitude, then go down to the middle to finish. Lift the stroke. These three strokes are very short, shouldn't be written too big. A short vertical stroke is actually a short vertical. Finish with the method of a vertical drop. There are many ways to start. One is to start with a which looks more energetic. and more powerful. The second is thinner and goes straight down. The end of the vertical stroke is the same as the Shui Lu stroke. The ending of the vertical stroke must be subtle, and it can't be too big to make the vertical look. Let's observe them carefully. The two ways of starting these two verticals are very close to the two ways of starting a stroke, but they are different in direction. Let's compare them. One is to press down and write short, and the other is directly and write down. Next, I will choose some examples from Jukang Palace. To choose a few examples, to demonstrate and explain the writing. The vertical stroke in the middle of the character Nian. Let's write the Chinese character Nian. The first stroke is a Piodian. We talked about it before. The dot should be small. The short horizontal stroke should be connected to the vertical stroke. Leave a little space. Don't connect them. The second, short horizontal. Right dot goes inward. Right, the long stroke, the direction of these short horizontal lines. The last stroke is a vertical stroke. The starting position is in the middle. The vertical stroke is strong, thin horizontal, thick vertical. Okay, the end stroke. Let's choose the character, the word. The four small vertical strokes below are short. The overall shape of the word is a relatively flat and wide shape. The distance between the top and bottom is close to the direction of the left. Notice the connection between the three strokes looks relatively loose. Don't crowd them all together. Thin horizontal, thick vertical. Cut a short vertical and two short verticals. These two short verticals are slightly inward. The starting position varies. The distance between the four verticals should be equal. 3 horizontal strokes. Short, horizontal. 3 kinds of vertical strokes. Vertical, short. When writing horizontal and vertical strokes, you should basically follow the rule and thin horizontal and thick vertical. I hope that after this class, follow the demonstration requirements of horizontal to practice more